Yeah, the story of Click Boom. All right, let me say, well, I met Click back in like the 80s, around the mid 80s or something like that, late 80s. And the first time I ever met him, he was we was in high school at Mumford. I was. And everybody was at his house, his grandmother's house. And they was in the backyard boxing. So I went back there and, watching everybody box or whatever. Then they came around to me and they was like, who you want to box? And I was like, man, it don't matter. They was like, who want to box? And so my homeboy Hound said he'll box me. So me and Hound, we back there boxing, boop, 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 boop. Then he caught me with a bad punch, bah! And I got dizzy as hell. So I was like, hey, hold on, I'm through, because I was dizzy off that one punch. You know what I'm saying? Boxing with my dog Hound, So we back there kicking it. That was my first time meeting Click. So we meet, push on, you know what I'm saying? Now another time I met him was me and Maceo had like a misunderstanding about a girl named Tamika Patillo. She was like a 7-mile girl, like one of the homies from the hood for real, And, we all used to go over her house and chill with her. She a real motherfucker. People come through and chill with her, right? So Maceo ended up wanting to be her boyfriend all of a sudden. So I guess he thought that since he started kicking it with her, motherfuckers was supposed to stop coming over our house or something. But I still was coming over, chilling. This is my homie, So he came over there one day. She ain't even let his ass in. And I ain't even know. All I know is somebody knocked on the door. She went, answered, and came back. I ain't know who it was or what happened. But I found out that it was him and she ain't let his ass in, so he was mad. So I come out after, hours or whatever, right? And I'm finna leave. I go down to the corner. He's standing on the corner waiting. So I go down there, boom, we have our words or whatever, And I'm like, man, I'm not finna fight you over her, man. Her ain't even on that tip. That's the homie. Like, you already know this the homie and motherfuckers be chilling over there. You tripping because you done decided to kick it with the chill spot female. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's house, we come over and chill at, nigga. So boom, I go on about my way. So then one day, like, somebody came and picked me up from the house on the bike. Like, yeah, Maceo want to fight you here around here over Monkey House, Lando and them house. He around and say he want to fight. So I'm like, boom, I jump on the handlebars, ride around there, boom, Then Click around there, Steve, everybody around there. So me and Maceo, we go around the corner, we on the corner squaring off, you know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody really, like he ain't punch me, I ain't punch him. We just was like squaring off like we was gonna fight, but this was my running buddy at the time. This my homie. Like, you just tripping about this female, but we ain't really got no beef like that. Then you saying you got a problem with me? I ain't got no problem with you, so I ain't even want to fight you because I ain't got no problem with you. But that was my second time meeting Click. So now I done got kicked out of Mumford, and I'm going to Cooley. When I go to Cooley, I see my homeboy Wally from the hood at Cooley. He riding good. He got this one of the Samurai Suzuki trucks was out, and then he got like a red Nissan pickup truck and all kind of shit. This motherfucker got like 3 cars, you know what I'm saying? And a little hoopty, you know what I'm saying? And he fresh as hell every day, pocket full of money. And I'm in high school. And I'm looking like, damn. So I holler at him, like, what up, Wally? He tell me that, he's shaking that bag, I'm like, shit, put me in. So boom, he put me down, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm riding with him, we taking care of business, you know what I'm saying? So one day I'm chilling with him on Curtis. He had the Suzuki Jeep, we sitting in the Suzuki Jeep. He tell me that we see Click coming. I guess he was waiting on Click. Yeah, I think he was, but we was waiting on. So Click come up, boom. Then Wally introduced me, like, yeah, you know him, this Click. And he like, yeah, this Martin. He's like, yeah, we met a couple times, blah, 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 blah. Then I noticed that he was pawning his jewelry to Wally for some work, you know what I'm saying? So then, boom, Wiley get on some work, he get Wiley the jury. Then Wiley tell me, like, yeah, they call him Sean Pine, you know what I'm saying? Or what we call him Click or Sean Pine. And he was like, yeah, he always be pining his jury and shit, you know. He was like, nigga be trying to hustle, but he was like, you know, he gonna always come back and get that jury, but that's his thing. He always be pining that jury while he was telling me about the nigga. So I was like, yeah, okay. So boom, so now I done met Click and learned a little more about him, you know what I'm saying? So now we moving the bag. I'm going up to Kalamazoo with Jason. We fall out with the homies in the hood over the bag, you know what I'm saying? But while we there in Jackson, shaking the bag, we actually meet Click, because we had a house where we go and be chilling at this little chick. Her name was Londa or something. She used to let us chill at her house, you know, put all our money and all our work up in the crib, you know, the apartment. So we in there, we're a 2-family flat house. So we in the little 2-family flat house upstairs. Boom, 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 right? So, boom, when somebody knock on the door, bing, bing, bing. So I'm in the kitchen cooking some eggs and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like making me some breakfast, making sausage, eggs, motherfucking toast, all kind of shit, right? So a guy named Naps come out and go answer the door. Next thing I know, I see Naps come running back. And I see some guy chasing behind him with a gun, you know? So they run into a room and close the door, blew. So I'm hearing them in there. I hear the guy like, bitch, where my motherfucking money at, nigga? And they in there arguing and shit. And I'm like, damn. I look over at Jason. He looking at me. I lift my shirt up and show him my pistol, like shit, you know, like they come out tripping, nigga, we better get the dumping up in this bitch, you know. So I went back to cooking my little eggs and shit, cooking my breakfast. I used to hear them, they still in the bedroom tussling and shit, bloom, bloom, bloom. I'm hearing them motherfuckers in there tussling and shit. So my food done, I put it in the plate, I go sit down and eat. Next thing I know, Click come walking out. And I'm looking, he looking and shit. Jason, we looking and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, we trying to see if we got blow the nigga down or what, you know, cause we ain't Naps, nigga. You don't pull that shit on us, whatever you and that nigga got going on. But then nigga Click asked me like, yeah, he like, shit, what up, man? Like, what y'all finna get into? I was like, shit, we finna shoot back to the city, nigga, and re-up. Then he was like, nah, hey, he was like, well, I got some shit that I brought up here, man. He was like, y'all can buy this shit if y'all want. And I was like, shit, bet it up, what you got, and you know what you want, you know what I'm saying? So he told me like what he had, and boom. So we gonna cop that shit from him. But then he tell us, he say, well, if y'all don't want to go back to the city, y'all could just call me and I'll bring that shit up here. If y'all don't want to come back, well, y'all could just come back and fuck with me, you know. He's like, I got this shit, you know. So I'm like, bet it up. So boom. So we start fucking with him on the regular, you know what I'm saying? Getting down, you know. So me and him build kind of a bond after so much time go by. So we meet like some chick up there. Her name was damn, I forgot what the hell her name was. But she had like a whole little family up there, and they was real known for being like the motherfuckers grimy in the hood and hustling motherfuckers up in the city, you know what I'm saying? Jackson. Ann, her name was Ann Reed. So it was like the Reed family. So we met Ann and shit. So Ann, you know, they was getting money with us, Ann, her brothers and them and shit. So she told us like, yeah, we finna move to Lansing. But like my brother and them, they still, or some people in our family still gonna be here, but some of us going to Lansing. They was like, y'all might as well come up there and get the money up there too. So we like bet it up. So we go to Lansing with them, me and Click and Jason. So we up there, boom, we hustling in Lansing. Now we killing them up in Lansing, boom. You know, this shit, like, we banging it out up in Lansing. You know what I'm saying? Lansing cranky. Even though Jackson was cranky too, but shit, we killing them in Lansing. This is where me and Click first got really tight at in Lansing. You know what I'm saying? So we come back. So we didn't, after like a year or something up there. Boy, like, yeah, but like a year or something up there with money, you know, then we end up coming back to the city because we done made so much money in Jackson, we done made so much money in Lansing. We come back to the city, you know what I'm saying? So now we done started setting up shop in the city. Kingpin became my right hand man. We together every day. We get mad money. And then everybody seeing him come up and fucking with me. All his family, all his friends, everybody that he fucked with was like, damn, who is this nigga Click fucking with? And then they see this nigga Click then blew up. Cause you know, I was strung out on jewelry, so I got the nigga Click all in the jewelry store. This nigga done buying all kind of jewelry, and he trying to outdo shit what I get. If I get a big fat ass diamond ring, this nigga gonna go buy one 2 times my size with more diamonds. You know, it's like this how he was, like competing with me. Everything I do, this nigga trying to outdo the shit I do. But this was my man's though, you know. So boom, we fucking around getting money, doing our thing. Then we meet. But we already kind of knew Frenchie because we was always fucking with Joe. And Joe was the plug, but he was working for Frenchie, who was the real boss, you know what I'm saying? So we fucking with Joe. So then nigga Click tell Joe, like, man, you should be selling your own shit. You got all these motherfucking clientele, nigga. You the man around this bitch. Like, instead of getting fronted, just buy the shit from that nigga and do your own motherfucking thing, you know what I'm saying? So Joe was thinking, I guess, like, shit, that shit sound logical. Like, let me buy my own bag and I just get it from this nigga and then I can do my own shit, how I do it. So Joe stopped getting fronted from Frenchie and just started buying his own shit. And then, so him and Click, this one got him and Click. Cause now, Click and Joe, like, fucking with each other real strong. Joe doing his own thing now. So now it's like me, Click, and Joe. You know what I'm saying? We the main three hanging together. Every time you see it, it's me, Click, and Joe now. You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. Boom. Then Rich get down, but Rich was fucking with them pony down niggas. You know what I'm saying? So boom, Rick end up fucking with us. You know, he getting the brick. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers moving bricks and shit, you know. And, so now, but Click came up with a good ass idea. Once he got Joe on our side, once he got Rich on our side, the nigga Click told me one day, he said, man, you know what we need to do? Go in every hood on 7 Mile, starting from your hood, because I live like on the end and part of the west side before it turned to the east side on 7 Mile. So he said, we're going to start from your hood. We're going to get everybody that's moving that bag and let them know we got the best price, we got this shit, and then we're going to go in every hood all the way down 7 Mile, all the way till we get to, like, past Telegraph and Lasher and all that shit, past Telegraph. I forgot the street down there, but we gonna go all the way down there. So we went to every hood hollering at, you know, finding people that we knew that was getting money and letting them know we had the plug, you know what I'm saying? So boom, now we got the whole mile hollering at us, boom, 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 boom. And we fucking with this nigga Frenchie. You know what I'm saying? Going through Joe, because, you know, Joe doing his own thing, but he was the plug with Frenchie because that's who he was working for. He knew the nigga. So boom, we getting our money with this nigga. We got the whole hood, whole 7 Mile west side on lock. Boom, singing mad weight up and down the bitch. Bam. And then I get off into the music. Start fucking with the little rap dude that they call Trick. Now, this is how Trick know Click from me. Because Click was my right hand man. You see me, you see Click. I knew Trick from living in my neighborhood. He was my little brother friend. You know what I'm saying? And then I started fucking with him on the rap. So that's when he met Click. Like when we shot the video and all that shit, and he was able to see like how deep we was and how many niggas that we fucked with and was getting money and all that shit, right? Boom. So now that's how he even met Click or had anything to do with Click, period. You know what I'm saying? Through me. So now, boom. So this is like, so when I started fucking with Click, it was in like 1988. We started going to Jackson. We started going to Lansing. Then we started going to Detroit. Then we started going to Ypsilanti. And we came back to Detroit. Now we getting all this money. We doing all this shit, right? So Click, he like, all he wanted to do, once we got the plug with the bricks, he was like, man, I'm finna just sell weight. I ain't fuck with that raw shit no more. And I told him like, well, I can't really sell weight because I'm beefing with all these niggas. They ain't gonna buy no weight from me because they ain't gonna trust me like that. And then I ain't gonna sell them shit because I ain't gonna trust them like that. So I told him, I said, you do the weight shit, then I'll do the rock shit. And we can get money on both sides. You know what I'm saying? You just do that, I do this, you know? So boom, that's what we started doing in the city. He would push the weight out, pushing the rocks, you know what I'm saying? Then we'd meet up, boom, at night, go hang out at the club and all this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, Click was so smart. Cause you gotta think, from 1988, or we'll just say 89, to 1999 is when he was murdered. Click never been busted selling drugs, and the indictment that came down in 98, before he ever got arrested for the indictment, he was murdered. So he still never was prosecuted for selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? And he sold drugs 10 years straight. Nothing but kilos, but 10 years. And he was like the biggest drug dealer in the city of Detroit that went under the radar. All of the big time drug dealers and big time kingpins in Detroit knew Click, and knew Click was that guy. You know what I'm saying? They knew Click was the kingpin and knew that he was holding it down and moving them bricks for 10 years without ever being busted.